Hello and welcome to Unveiled, D&D 5e live play thing where we all get together and fuck off for a couple hours. I am Dakota Orishiro. I'm the DM for this, and we're gonna get right into introductions, and then I'll do a post recap thingy, and we'll play. We'll play some D&D. We'll do some rolling of the dice and some bullshit. Hi, Tony.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Andy, it's nice to see you again this week. I feel like it's going to be a good night. Hopefully, Rasati doesn't blow anyone up or collapse any buildings today, but I guess we'll see. Hi. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Josh.
It's me. I am three trench coats and a goblin. That's who I am.
It's a big goblin.
It's a very big goblin.
Very small trench coats. Up to the butt.
Is it like one on each arm and then like?
No, in the goblin. I said in the goblin.
Oh, in the okay, all right.
The trench coats are in the goblin.
I'm on board.
Right.
What do you play in this game?
I play a dragonborn named Cirrus, who has ties with unseelie characters.
Good enough. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Andy. I'm Chris, and I play a centaur named Tilvius, and at one point he was a cook at an inn.
Yeah. Hi, Joff.
Good morning. I'm very excited about pineapples, specifically the pineapples with concealed knives inside. That aside, I am enjoying to roll a die, maybe two, and I'm going to play a small foreign car, or perhaps a little fox girl, and when I do, and I roll those dice, keep a lookout for that pineapple. Andy, your scores?
Jeff, could I request you turn up a tiny bit?
Oh, sure.
I'm very concerned about pineapples now.
Let's have a pineapple party and find out.
Am I loud enough?
Fucking love pineapple upside down cake.
I'm allergic to pineapples in real life.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. I know. I
pineapples.
miss them.
sad.
No pineapples for
That-
Chris.
that-
Is that
that's
better?
actually-
Am I better? Am I better
Yeah.
now? Do I feel better?
That's a little better,
Do I
yeah.
look better?
Yeah.
How's my
Yeah, it sounds good.
pallor? Is my skin
Magic.
pallor better? Is the sound of my skin?
That's actually an interesting question that I like never think about for characters. Are your characters allergic to anything?
Not that he's discovered so far.
Just jocks.
Jock?
He's probably allergic to penicillin, which hasn't been invented
Small
yet.
sharks.
I'm allergic to buildings falling on me.
Happens.
Well,
Tentacles.
Taxes.
Tentacle taxes.
if it
Tackle
makes you feel
taxes.
better,
I'll tax your tentacles.
we are now in
Can't. I'll die.
True. All right. So, last time we arrived in the cavern city of Loch Nym, big ass cavern city, in a big old chasm with a magic field surrounding the chasm, and we started some shit. We saw a guy named Malcolm, and Tilvius did not
Hate
like
that guy.
Did not like that. Tilvius was very upset. Started some public displays of assault.
Affection.
Kind of the opposite.
The guards got involved, and then Red showed off some bling, and now Red is adamant about leaving Loch Nym as quickly as possible. But to make up for their destruction of property, they were tasked with heading down into the Underdark and figuring out what was going on.
Missing people or something, right?
Yes, there are missing people. I'm sure you'll get more information from this stocky little... He looks like a human. He's a little short, but he looks human. Very stocky. As you guys have opened up the door leading out of the guild hall into this long sloped cavern heading down. There are some torches kind of lining along the walls here. Just enough room to go side by side, like 2 people wide. As you continue heading down, this little guy in front of you, this balding little man,
This little guy.
he's just mumbling to himself.
This isn't the fella from.
No, he's not the guild. He's not
he's
like
not-
the
No.
dwarf that was.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
was
dwarf-
wondering if there was a little rat.
The dwarf got this pudgy guy to lead us down,
Okay.
Correct.
and there was
Yeah,
like a big Goliath guarding a door.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yeah, you guys headed down the guild to this like door in the back where this Goliath was standing, and opened up the door and headed down into this tunnel now. And time just kind of slips by. The smells get worse. Everything that you smelled as soon as you came down into the cavern of Loch Nym, like that sulfurous smell, it's getting thicker. It smells like mold and decay, and
You take us to the nicest places.
I do. Everything's nice.
So fun.
Listen, Loch Nym's great. Y'all could have chilled in there, okay? I don't want to hear it.
I had other ideas.
I had to get Malcolm.
I made a
true.
mistake
It's true.
to help people.
Yeah, you could have
Mostly
gone to
'cause
jail. The
Yeah,
jail's
but
nice.
I didn't want to do a jail episode.
Sorry.
So, you guys continue down this tunnel. This little dude just mumbling the whole way. You're walking for what feels like hours at this point. It's been an unnaturally long time, and the slope down seems to get steeper as it goes. There's nothing really to look at. It's just surrounded by a tunnel on all sides. Eventually,
Is there any lighting in here?
yeah, there's some like torches placed every so often here.
LED strips.
You're
This doesn't
kidding
look
there.
like the hole that the tree balrog made, does it?
No, it's not quite. This one looks to be man-made, if you had to guess. Like somebody had like picked it out, rather than something ate its way
Gotcha.
through.
Gotcha.
So eventually, in the distance, you start to see a different type of light. It looks almost luminescent. And this little guy in front of you is still just mumbling to himself as he continues walking towards this luminescent light.
I say, hey friend, what's this light up ahead?
Mushrooms.
Ooh, bioluminescence.
So, as he says mushrooms, and you guys head out, the tunnel kind of opens up and spreads out into this like purplish bluish light. And as you step through, you see large mushroom trees kind of scattered around this big chasm. In front of you, you see off in the distance, just a little bit down a slope, you see a lot of tents and ramparts set up, almost like a little makeshift camp. And scattered around this room are differing heights of mushrooms and other foliage. All this like purples and blues and just odd colors. It feels very alien as you step out. Almost as if you stepped into like a whole new world.
Nobody sing it. Nobody sing it.
I'm so close.
You're lucky I was muted.
I was kind of hoping.
I was just going to ask if there were new horizons to pursue.
You don't see much in terms of horizons. As you look up,
Don't see much of it.
yeah, that's true. You don't
Hey,
see shit.
DM,
What's up?
my audio is skipping terribly. I'm going to reset my stuff. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
All right, be right back.
As you guys come out into this, you don't see any wildlife to speak of. As you're kind of like glancing down at this little like makeshift camp in the distance, you do see individuals walking around, humanoid in nature, thankfully. And the guy in front of you doesn't seem to be concerned about anything as he's walking towards the camp.
That must be nice.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of concern. I'm sure there's a reason for that. So, you guys kind of continue on your way, and the terrain here has gone from like the rocky kind of tunnel-esque to this odd gravel sort as you make your way into this little camp. And as you do, your guide in front of you stops and looks back again and goes, "This is as far as I go. Y'all are going to head down that way, and you're going to look around, and you're going to find a big-ass bridge. It's going to be a gray bridge. And you're not going to cross that. You're going to go the opposite direction until you find a bunch of tunnels. And that's what you're looking for. People have been missing there. This, as he points around and gestures to the little camp, is the final area where nothing goes by back to the city unless approved by these fine gentlemen, as you look around and see a bunch of people carrying all manner of weaponry. Be careful. Don't eat anything. And have fun." And he turns around, and that's it. He just starts skipping his way back up.
I lean over to Red and I say, I assume when he says don't eat anything that we can eat stuff that we brought.
I would assume that as well.
So as he kind of gestured down, you can see that this kind of area that you're in slopes down into a valley filled with this like mushrooms and odd foliage, and it's like a wide veranda of just purple and blue.
What's the
Lots.
temperature like down here?
It's pretty humid.
Humid, but not cold or hot, kind of in the middle.
Yeah. As from where you are right now, it doesn't feel entirely uncomfortable.
Not like the deep red burning chasm that Cirrus saw.
No,
Not
this is
necessarily burning, but
very different. Very different from where you are right now. There does look like the ground like transforms into like that same grassy color. Does appear to be just different types of foliage here.
Cool.
I of course can't really notice. But are all the mushrooms giving off light, or only
Not
some?
all of them. As you're looking, some of them have these like large spots on them that appear to be giving off a glow. Mostly the like larger mushrooms you're noticing, but as you're looking around, you do see smaller ones that look to be of the same type that are giving off a glow. But they are.
As I look around the camp, is there anyone who seems like they're like more in charge or higher rank, or can I tell? Does everyone just kind of look like dudes?
Roll a perception check.
I will.
Can I help? Give the help
Yeah.
action?
God.
I'll listen.
I rolled a
out for,
4, so that's a total of 8.
I'll listen out for
Do I
people
get
barking orders.
Yeah.
Do I get-
So you get advantage.
I get
Seems to be
advantage.
way
Alright,
better.
That's good. Well, I rolled a 3 that time, so 8 stands.
As you're kind of looking
Jeez.
around at everybody, you don't see anybody that looks to be terribly in charge. But as you're taking a look, everybody here appears to be like competent. You see a lot of battle axes and large weaponry, and you'd prefer not to be on the receiving end of it. They do appear to be competent, but nobody looks like they're in charge, or at least not that you can see.
So are these guys in this little encampment before we move on to that area that the guy told us to go to?
Ah, there's a bee!
There's a big bee!
What is a... It's a wasp!
the bee!
Get a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, fix that.
Get a vacuum cleaner. Help, there's a Protestant down there.
I think it's only got like 12 HP. You'll be all right.
So are these are they acting more like guards Or are
Yeah,
they?
they appear to be.
Yeah, they're like the wall.
Oh, I misunderstood. You said when the guy was like, they make sure nothing goes back that isn't sanctioned, and they were carrying about a bunch of weapons. I was like, oh, they found stuff. I completely misunderstood that scenario. Okay, they're guards in order to make it so nothing gets through here, as opposed
Yes.
to it's not customs. We're not
You're
in
kind
customs.
of at a checkpoint.
Yeah.
The area below you kind of slopes up into this little encampment that they have going. No buildings or anything. It's all it's all tents and makeshift. You do see people coming out of like one of the larger tents on the end
In the corner.
with like little plates and bowls of slop.
No, it's a spicy bug. Stay away from it.
I think he was talking to a cat. I'm hoping he's talking to his cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we ask any of these people if they have any advice, or just head on down?
I don't see why not. Let's go trudge up to one on our way through. I mean, we just ate. I don't suppose we need to rest here.
No, we're
just
fine.
getting started in our day, so.
Yeah, most of them seem to be like getting up, and none of them look like they're terribly excited. You do get the vibe that they're rather bored, but you can definitely walk up to one.
Yeah, I'll walk up to one. Trot up to one.
Clip,
Clop,
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 clip,
clop.
clop, clip, clop.
Hello, friend.
Yeah.
Guild sent us to check out the weird disappearances that have been happening down there. Any advice? Anything we should be on the lookout for?
The guy you walk up to is a rather large, just humanoid figure. He appears to be like rather buff, bald-headed, just very masculine individual, and he kind of like looks you up and down.
I smushed it with my bank calendar.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
Take that.
He goes, well, we've had a lot of people go missing. Scroungers and scavengers that go down and are supposed to come back up and never do. Merchants that travel between the colonies down here that come back, never do. We don't know why. We don't leave here. We just stay here and watch nothing all day. As he looks out at this like veranda of green and blue and looks back at you.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. Hopefully, we'll be someone who comes back this way, and you can look for us. All right.
Good luck with that.
Yep.
As he turns around and goes back to what he was doing, which is fucking nothing.
Huh.
Super helpful.
Uh-huh. Just very helpful people down here.
Shall we?
I suppose we're probably not going to get a lot of information here, so I guess
No, I don't
on
think
we
anyone
go.
has any information.
No.
If they did, they wouldn't need us.
You hear the guy as he's turning around and you're talking about this. He goes, "Yeah, we don't leave a camp."
Good looking
Why
out.
did-
Thank you so much.
Has anything come through here that you've had to stop?
Not in.
Why do you even have a camp?
Well, it used to be that occasionally we'd have to stop things from getting back up, but we haven't had that problem in some 6 months.
When did the disappearances start?
You see him kind of tilt his head up. Maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Well, maybe we can find whatever's causing this and take care of it for you.
He just kind of waves that off. Goes back to doing fuck all.
You enjoy your day now.
Staring off into the distance.
That man is sad.
Well, he's getting paid either way.
I say in Sylvan to Kevin, you make sure not to eat anything down here, okay?
As you say that to Kevin and you kind of look over, Kevin has something that's slightly larger than he is. Looks like an odd mushroom. And as you say that, he drops it.
Bad Kevin.
We were warned, Kevin. All right, let's head on out.
Yeah, so as you guys kind of like head down out of the camp, you get the feeling that almost as if something's watching you as you're kind of working your way through. Everything around you feels alien as you kind of work your way down. There's pretty much a wide open area as you head down. It's maybe 15 minutes of walking. You come to a stream heading either way. The water is like a light blue, almost clear liquid. And there's a bridge heading to the other side. As you're kind of like looking around, most of the mushrooms kind of block the view. But in the opposite direction of the bridge, you can see a path leading down towards a rock face.
Oh, he said this was the way to go, not across the bridge, the other way. I'm gonna pull up my dancing lights to keep them floating around just for a little extra illumination.
Sure. The light kind of plays off the like blues and purples around you that are giving off from the mushrooms. They kind of dance together.
Ooh, I'll make my lights blue and purple.
There you go. You blend in.
Blend in.
So you guys head off in the opposite direction, and as you're heading down, you see this like sheer cliff face, and at the bottom of it, kind of sloping down and out, are a series of tunnels. You see 3 different tunnels heading off in differing directions. They all appear to twist and turn, and some of them slope up and some of them slope down. They all appear to be going in random haphazard directions.
Well, I suppose we should split up.
Always the best idea.
Perfect plan, sir. It's perfect
Always
plan.
the best idea.
I'll go with Kevin.
Were we instructed on which one to take?
Nope.
No.
Is there anyone that seems to be going down more than the others? Because that's what I'd vote for.
Can I do a survival check on tracks and things to and from said
You
tunnels?
definitely can.
Can I do a perception check to kind of listen down each
You
one?
100% can.
I'll do that.
Well, in keeping in true Dragons fashion,
Ooh.
Can I do an acrobatics check just for the hell of it?
Fuck yeah.
that was a 5.
Okay.
Perception 21.
Okay. As you're kind of looking at the 3 tunnels, Tilvius, the one on the right-hand side definitely seems to kind of like slant down a little bit more than the others. You can't tell how far that goes because it kind of twists off to the right. But it appears to slant down initially more than the others. With the survival check, you're looking around. It doesn't look like there's very much foot traffic here, if any. You can't spot any tracks, and most of this looks kind of like the dirt and gravel here looks barren and untouched. With a perception that high, you hear in the distance, it's incredibly light, but you're just barely able to pick up a clicking sound coming from that same right tunnel.
The one that angles down.
Mm-hmm. And as you're sitting there listening, you swear you hear it from the middle as well. Just an odd clicking. It's like click, click, and then there's a delay, and then from the middle tunnel there's a click.
Red's doing that thing where her head's kind of cocked sideways, and she says, "Tilvius, can you step on a rock?"
What did
Oh, yeah.
Circe get for...
Clump, clunk.
Oh, I got a 17.
What are you doing?
You do a
for
cartwheel.
17?
You tell me. What do I do with 17?
All right, so with a 17, as everybody's just kind of sitting here trying to decide where to go, you watch as Kevin just kind of has his arms crossed and he's looking at all of them, and you hear a and then Kevin does a little flip in the air out of pure boredom, and you're like, damn, that looks like a great idea. And
Let me try that.
You get ready, and you've never done this before. You're not quite sure how a backflip's gonna go, but you saw Kevin do it. How hard could it be? How hard could it be? You can.
Never mind that Kevin can fly.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that part. You kind of shift your weight forward and flip back, and you just barely kind of like catch your feet and stumble, but you didn't land on your ass, and you know.
Did anybody see that? Did anybody see that?
Red goes, I saw it.
Awesome.
Serious? What are you talking about? I'm over here inspecting the.
Yeah,
What?
as you kind of like land your flip and you catch yourself after you right, you see Red kind of tilting her head to the side. You see Rosati leaned over on the ground, and you see Tilvius kind of looking down one of the tunnels.
I clomp my hoof on the stone a couple of times, see if it sounds the same as the clicking.
Okay, yeah, that's not the same.
It is not.
It's a click. It's like a
Is it like a pincers kind of click?
I don't know, like maybe like hitting two blocks of wood together or two pieces of ceramic, maybe, like, you know, but it doesn't sound like hooves, so I don't think people are riding horses or anything down there, but
A lot of strange things in the Underdark, Red.
well, one would assume.
Shall we try the tunnel without the sound?
Well,
What's the fun in that?
the one without the sound doesn't lead further down.
It's true. That one's angled up a little bit.
I say
You
we
call
use-
it middle
take the
or
one that has the most sound.
That would be the one that slants down.
Okay, that was when I wanted to go down anyway. Sounds good to me.
Tilvius, I will be behind you.
Of course.
Cool. There is no native light in these tunnels as you're
Yeah, so
looking.
I
at
cast
them.
light on my staff.
yeah,
They're pretty dark.
I'll put my orbs away then.
What color's the light on your staff?
I would say that.
Periwinkle.
How about mauve?
Mauve.
That's not bad. I was gonna say puce for the next one.
I mean, that's pretty close. We'll go with mauve, and then it wanes into like tea leaf green, and then back to mauve again.
Okay.
It's a very slow fade.
So, as you all, I assume you all are going into this tunnel.
Yeah, I'll go. What's the size of the tunnel? Can we fit 2 by 2, or is it one at a time?
It's about 2 by 2, yeah.
I'll
Okay.
be up front with whoever's up front.
Yeah, I'll go up front with Red and keep the spellcasters in the back.
Kind of in the middle-ish back. Middle back.
I'll be in the back.
Shining the way.
Kevin, you can go front, but I'll be in the back.
Kevin goes like 15
Angry
feet back
twinkles.
Yeah, you hear disconcerted twinkling at you telling him to go out front, but he does. He goes and flies up there next to him.
Who does he
Sits
fly
on
next to?
He sits on Tilbius' shoulder as he's up there.
Right.
The opposite side of Red. As you guys are entering and heading down this tunnel, it kind of twists and turns, and it has that same appearance that you had when you came in, where the tunnel looks like it was hollowed out by people, like somebody had mined out this tunnel or blasted out this tunnel. And as you go, eventually everybody starts to hear this clicking noise. And there are a bunch of different pathways that kind of veer off in different directions. But you hear this clicking noise as if it's coming from like straight ahead. And then there's a delay, and then you hear a clicking noise down another tunnel. And then a delay, and down another tunnel, you hear a clicking noise.
Does this clicking noise sound familiar in any way?
Does this clicking noise sound familiar in any way to you? I don't think it does. I don't think you've heard this one before.
Okay.
But there are a lot of branching paths off this tunnel. As you kind of keep going, there are too many to count going off.
How big are the branches? Are they like smaller?
They look, rather than 2x2, they're probably like single file. Just enough room for one person to fit through each.
If I take a dagger to the wall and just kind of mark an arrow
Yeah.
to show the way we came.
Yeah, you definitely can do that. You take it and you kind of like scratch through, and some of the rock kind of pries off. It's a lot easier to dig into than you expected.
Where should we go now? Follow the clicks.
As you say that, you hear a clicking noise.
So you guys know, like, cheeseburger birds. You know what I'm talking about? Black-capped chickadees, like in real life, not speaking a character. They say cheeseburger, they go right like that. And then if you whistle back, they'll also go right. So if you match them, they'll whistle back. We have a ton of them out here. They're really adorable. This is a weird aside to say, are the clicks cheeseburgering? Is a click being responded to?
So there are infrequent delays between them, and you're not 100% sure, but there is like clicking, gap, clicking.
But it's not
But
call and response.
it's
It's not
infrequent.
obviously
Yeah.
call and response. Okay. Now you guys will hear black-capped chickadees saying cheeseburger.
I don't have any at my house right now.
Right? It's a shame.
They're delicious.
But otherwise, as you guys are heading through these tunnels, you don't see anything that looks like anybody has been here, or no tracks or scuffle marks on the floor, markings on the wall besides
I
the...
cast Shatter.
Why? Why? You have to warn us. You have my fucking ears.
As we're moving, like this is like a 10-foot area, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much that we're in. As we're moving through it, am I noticing anything else that's moving that isn't us? That's within that area.
You get the feeling of like different insects and things, but nothing large
Nothing
is
Okay.
in your view.
Okay.
Mostly like small insects and whatnot. Nothing that stands out.
It's a very cool feature, guys.
It is. At least you can sense things through things. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. You have to be close, but it's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty close range.
I eat Kevin.
That's rude. Kevin is on the opposite side of you, on like the other shoulder of Tilvius, so that would be a feat.
Next time.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
would
the
have to-
feet when I level up.
Oh yeah, next time I get an ASI, I will eat Kevin as my feet.
That'll be
That's
my
a
feet.
good one. It gives you fairy powers.
I was just about to say, is that like a good berry on steroids?
Yeah. So as you guys just continue down this main way, eventually the clicking gets louder and louder.
Is it from multiple sources or is it from?
Yes. So as you're kind of heading down, you'll hear clicking in front of you, like down this main pathway, and then off a branching path you'll hear clicking. Then off another branching path you'll hear clicking. But the one you're heading towards keeps getting louder.
Is it like a dog clicker clicking? Like.
Yeah.
Clicking?
Or is it like pincers clicking?
It could be pincers, but it's not pincers you've heard before. It's not like crab claws.
Gotcha. Red, this seems to be a little disconcerting, especially since we can't see super far in front of us. I don't know. What do you think? Anybody have any thoughts about what this clicking noise could be?
Let's find out.
I mean, the way
So-
out is through sometimes.
As you continue on,
It's how we do, anyways.
the clicking gets louder and louder until you see an opening in the tunnel that leads out into a larger cavern room. And as you exit out into this larger cavern, dark room, the clicking stops. And you don't hear it. As you walk out into a larger room with seemingly nothing in it, it looks just like a large, naturally formed room that somebody stumbled across, and you no longer hear clicking.
Are we alone in this room? Shall
Who said that?
Shall I perception?
Who's here?
You shall perception, please.
I'm gonna run a perception check.
May I give him
recognize
the
that voice.
assistance?
I don't
Who's
think
that?
I don't think you
Or
will
her?
need to. That is a natural 17 for a total of 23 for my perky ears.
That's very good on the foxy ears, Mr. Perky.
So
Mrs. Perky.
as you're kind of sitting there, looking around, trying to like extend your awareness around you, all of the clicking has stopped. You're not hearing it from any different directions or anything, and as you're kind of looking around, you manage to extend your awareness above you, as you see something clinging to the wall, slowly moving its way towards the party. And then as you're looking at it on the other side, you see something else also clinging to the wall, slowly moving its way towards the party. From where you are, you can't tell too much of what exactly it is, but it appears to have long talon-like arms instead of traditional things. And you see a glint where its head would be that kind of comes off the light from the staff.
I cast Fireball.
Your fireball you don't have?
The one that I don't have yet.
Red, very quietly, with the end of her, walking stick, and with her other hand indicates where the things are moving down from the ceiling, and goes, "Something's moving there. Something's moving there."
I will knock an arrow in my bow.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything as you guys are like making
do it.
notice of what's going
Do a
on?
backflip.
Yeah, I was just fucking thinking that.
You should, as everybody's like getting ready and paying attention.
How far away are they?
Right now, they're probably, I would say, like maybe 40 feet as they're kind of
okay.
like climbing towards you.
Yeah.
But you get the vibe that if you do something and you are like apparently preparing yourselves, they're probably going to move faster than this
Yeah.
like slow crawl they're doing.
Which is like, we've got the tunnel behind us. Is there any other obvious ways out?
Yeah, on the opposite side, there's another tunnel. Like, it does continue. It looks like whoever was drilling their way through hit this, thought, oh boy, I don't have to fucking mine my way through this big stretch, and then continued on the other side.
Got it.
I'm ready. Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. As you guys kind of like prepare things and
I don't have any ranged stuff.
get your
I quietly pull out a couple of vials of lamp oil out of my pack
Oh, no.
and just hold them in my hand.
Sure. So you're like casting mage armor and pulling stuff out. Gotcha.
Yep.
As you guys are kind of like moving and they see the
Ooh,
movement.
I know what Red does.
What's up?
Red walks a little bit in front of the group and makes herself a target.
Okay, I dig that. You guys hear a shrill shrieking sound that almost, yeah, pretty much, that almost like ruptures eardrums from these two things as they come down, as their beaks open up to this shrill shrieking sound as they rush you.
Right.
Yeah,
We-
take your thing.
Can I-
roll initiative? What's up?
How far away are they as they come down and into this action? Like, how? Give me a distance.
So at this point, they're probably 30 feet.
Okay. I'm going to chuck. When they open their mouth to screech, I'm going to chuck a vial of oil and try and hit their mouth with it and then tell somebody to fucking light it on fire. Shoot an arrow at it, something.
I don't have any fire arrows.
I don't know
Damn
that
it.
any of us have that ability.
You know what? Then I'm not going to do that.
I don't think there's a single person in this party that has access to fire damage.
I can't use. I have some
Cool.
flint probably somewhere.
Cool. That's neat. Guys, that's neat.
Who
We're going
needs
to have to
fire?
fix that. I will fix that, trust me.
All right. Well, I'm shooting my arrow at the whoever's to my right.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I roll 16 to hit.
Okay. 16 will hit.
Okay. I don't. It's just a straight roll. So 7 points of damage from short bow.
All right. 7 points of damage. As you kind of like reach back and fire your arrow at the one that's coming towards you, you get a better look at this thing. Your arrow slams into a rather long, elongated neck. Past that neck, you see what looks like a turtle shell as it's kind of climbing towards you. All of it's like bathed in this like grotesque purple. It has
It's a mob.
It's not a mob. It has these like talons for feet that kind of stick out and cling to the wall, and then these two large hooks that are also holding the wall. And then its face is just a beaked terror as they both continue to rush you. Make attack rolls, anybody else that was holding, and then we'll roll initiative.
I'm not going to make an attack, but what I would like to do is I have light cast on my staff, and as they start to rush us, I want to move that forward and see if that bright light within 30 feet affects these creatures at all.
Sure.
So that's going to be my opening action.
Okay. As you do, you kind of reach the stick out in front of you. Their heads don't really move, and as you're kind of looking at them, and they have eyes kind of on either side, they don't appear to be looking at anyone specifically, but they're moving directly towards you.
Do they have tremor sense? I mean, Rusati wouldn't know that. Sorry, that's me speaking out loud.
But Sirius, you can roll the Eldritch Blast, and then we'll go into
15 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Rock them.
For 9 points of damage.
You want to hit the one on the left or the one on the right that has an arrow in its neck?
Whichever one's closer.
Probably the one on the right with an arrow in its neck.
Okay.
All right.
And
Initiative?
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's not so bad. That's a 15.
I got a 26.
Oh,
I got just a regular 6.
I got a 6 too.
Yay. My dexterity is.
Please tell me I'm
16.
not going first. I'm going first?
All right.
No, I'm
who
going
had
first
Who
with
had
a
the highest?
26.
Who had the highest?
15.
I got the highest.
Okay.
No,
I got a
Red's going first.
26.
And then Rosati had a
26.
15.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm rolling really poorly tonight.
That's really neat. That'll be the biggest number I roll tonight.
And then Sirius and Tilbius had the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the higher dex mod?
It's crazy.
Is
+3.
0.
Damn, Tilbius, you've been rolling great tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that does start us with Red. They're about 30 feet up a fucking wall.
30 feet up a wall.
Yeah.
You could jump it.
My acrobatics isn't so bad. I could, with my movement, try to like do something that a monk would have ease doing and run up the wall, jump, and slash. But 30 feet's a bit of a ask.
That is a little bit of distance.
The smart thing to do would be to. Okay, I'm gonna position myself. They've already been taking shots at the one on the right.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
an arrow in its neck, and
So-
he watches a sparkly beam shoots out from Cirrus and impacts it, and there's this little crater on the back of its turtle shell.
Okay, so red is gonna go to the left and put herself in the way of the other creature as far to into its path as she can. So it's gonna
Okay.
go past her, hopefully, and then ready in action.
Okay, cool, awesome. Rosati, what are you doing?
Maybe I should get a javelin or something.
Yeah, I need to pick up some more stuff because I have very little in my toolbox when it comes to fighting.
Well, I was making a joke because where would she throw it?
I
She
don't
wouldn't
really
what to throw
know.
it.
You could just pretend Fox radar. I don't really know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to stay in the back of the group and kind of move maybe to the right wall of wherever we are, if there is a wall.
Yeah,
There's
there's
somebody
then
coming down the right wall.
somebody coming down that wall.
I thought they were already down. I'm sorry.
No,
Then
no,
I'm
no.
gonna, I'll
They're
just
about 30 feet up.
okay. I'm going to stay behind the group,
Okay.
away from them. The one with the arrow and the whatnot, I'm going to
Yeah.
shoot ice knife at that one in a manner that will not impact my friends since I have
Yes,
now
no,
learned
they're far
this.
enough away.
It's 30 feet away. You're good.
So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Also, if you ever ask me to make an attack I'm going to tell you to roll intelligence, just so you know. It's going to be based on intelligence, whether you can figure it out.
That's great. I like that. All right. Here we go. There we go. Oh, hell, that's a natural 20 plus 6 for a 26.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, baby. So that's all dice plus a dice roll, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's
max
10,
damage plus a dice.
10 plus, where's my d10? Highlight a d10. It's going to be nice. So 15. That's 15 cold damage
Okay.
as I close my eyes, and then when they open, you see that puff of kind of green looking energy, and I tilt the staff forward, and my ice knife comes out, striking the creature on the wall and just shatters. Oh, wait a minute. I do more damage. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you still do the other part.
2d6.
Oh, yeah, the explosion damage.
I forgot about the damage. Oh, that's
The,
shitty.
the creature gets to make a saving throw,
Each creature within 5 deck save. Yes.
I got a 19.
Yeah, that beats. So you don't take the damage.
right? So he takes half damage. Right? I don't remember.
It must succeed on a deck saving throw or take the cold damage. So it does not get the cold damage.
Okay.
Okay.
But the first part hits full.
Cool.
So there you are. That is my
Awesome.
go, and I'm going to back up 5 feet.
As you kind of reach out with your hand and launch this ice knife at the creature, it's heading towards you like it's actively running at you, and you didn't quite angle it perfectly to hit it dead center. So instead, you caught it in its legs. And as you do, you watch as the ice knife strikes the edge by its leg, and its right leg is mangled. It's now scaling towards you with 3 claws and 1 leg.
Beautiful.
And
Get it.
we're gonna take that one's turn as it rushes down, kind of using its little front talons as pincers into the wall as it scales its way towards Tilvius, and it's going to swing this hook at Tilvius. It's gonna be a 17.
That hits.
and a 9.
That misses.
Okay. It's going to be 7 points of piercing damage
Nice.
as it attempts to kind of like poke its way into your
That is a hell of a cake.
stomach. Yeah, what's up with just a whole ass cake?
What?
Whole ass cake.
Just a whole ass cake? That's what...
What are
Josh
you
doesn't know
talking
what
about?
you guys are talking about. Yeah.
What?
I actually did that last night. I ate the rest of my birthday cake.
It's so beautiful.
It is a beautiful thing to see a man in a cake.
It's so good.
Oh, this ice cream cake? Yeah.
No, the other cake.
The line between Josh and Cirrus is incredibly thin.
Thin.
It's great. I do love it. The other one on the left side from where you all are, kind of continues and scales its way down towards red. It gets in range, so
Hey, a dick. I don't know if I hit. It is 15 total.
15 hits.
I roll a damage die for it. It gets 9 points of the damage of slashing. I will forego my armor class bonus and attack with the bonk stick as
Okay.
my bonus action.
Sure, why not?
That is an 18 to hit, so I get to do 1d4 more. It is a 1.
Oh,
Dope.
My AC is 15 right now.
As it kind of clambers towards you, you reach out with the main blade and you slash through, and you create a line on its torso. You don't see blood coming out, but there's a definite gash there. Kind of concerning that you didn't draw blood with that. The second attack, you reach forward and strike two, and you watch as it stumbles back just a little bit. That's going to bring us to it. It's going to make 2 attacks as it takes both of its pincers and tries to kind of grab around you and pull.
Pincer attack.
Kind of, sort of. Oh, shit. 21
That hits. That's a palpable hit.
and a
Excellent work.
9.
The 9 does not hit.
Who would have thought? That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage. And
Copy
as you kind of like bob and weave over the left hook as it tries to like grab towards you, the other one catches just your shoulder as you feel that like tearing sensation. As that happens, you hear that same clicking sound coming from the one in front of you, and about 2 seconds later, you all hear a clicking from down the tunnel that you just came through. It sounds like it's in the distance, but you hear it clicking. That'll bring us to Tilvius.
Elvius, there's one engaged with me. I'm going to pull out my short sword and attack it.
Save us, Tilvius.
How about a 15?
15 will do it.
Okay, short sword does 7 points of damage.
Yeah. How are you hitting this thing?
Short sword. I'm stabbing in the neck area.
In the neck area? I like that. Towards the where the arrow is?
Yeah, I'm kind of using that as my hit here guide.
I dig it.
I'm not slashing, I'm poking.
So you watch as you kind of like reach forward to poke at it. It tries to move out of the way, but it's missing a leg. Like it still has no use of its back right leg. And you manage to jam the sword right next to the arrow as a gap opens up and the blade sinks in. And as you pull the blade out, you notice this like strange green ichor coating the weapon. That'll bring us to Cirrus.
Oh, wait. I
Oh,
can use my bonus action to attack with my second short sword.
oh, shit. 2-weapon fighting. OP.
For that one, I only rolled a 12. Does that hit?
12 will not hit.
Poop.
So as you reach back, it kind of puts all of its weight on its one good leg and jumps backwards to dodge out of the way as you try to spear through again. And that'll bring us to Sirius. Unless you would like to use movement.
No, I don't want to take an opportunity attack.
I shall cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, which one? Currently there's one fighting Tilvius and one fighting Red.
I thought you meant which Eldritch Blast, and I was like, "There's
Yeah, which Eldritch Blast?
There might be later on, but no. The one that's fucking with Tilvius.
Cool.
And that is a big old 11.
11 will not hit.
Okay. Well, how about 13?
13 will not hit.
Okay. Let's try again. 18?
18 would hit. You want to explain to me what you're doing?
Well, I'm just.
I'd love to know what gives you 3 rolls.
I mean, technically, he could have 2 if Kevin were helping.
He actually just has Kevin's help action and Elven accuracy. That's what it is, right?
There you go. Wait,
Sure.
Kevin help.
I forgot about Kevin. Let's say Kevin was helping, and that explains the second roll.
Okay. All right. So Kevin kind of flutters around, and this thing looks almost. He doesn't look at Kevin as much as his head tilts towards him, and that's just enough time for you to fire off a blast. And as you do, it kind of stumbles over its fucked up leg, and the blast goes wide.
Damn it. Okay. Time for round 2.
Hi, Red.
Hi, I'm right next to this guy now.
You are.
All
It's
right.
still clicking.
It's still clicking. Let me see if I can unclick him. I don't know if that works. That is an 18 total. So
Yeah.
I get to do.
That 100% will do it.
Oh, I get to do max damage. That's 12 points of damage off that hit.
Wow.
Damn. That's how. What does your hit look like?
So you said the first thing she did was a slash, and then she like poked with the stick.
Yeah.
She comes in and pulls the sheath back, and right where the sheath was poking, she stabs through.
Okay. It intersects with that like gash that you made before, and this time you notice a spurt of some type of liquid start to leak out from where you stab through. Your ivory blade has this same gross green ichor on the end of it.
It smells bad. I'm going to risk it again and see if I can do a little bonk damage.
Sure.
I do not hit. That is a... Wait. No, maybe I do. 8 plus 6. 14? 14.
14 does not hit.
Does not hit. I bonk off a carapace.
Yeah. So you go to hit the same spot as you kind of like pull the other blade out, and you go to jam it in and focus on that same area. It appears to be wise to you at this point, and it kind of shifts upwards, so your blade goes just under and bounces off the carapace. Rosati. You are muted, my friend.
I was going to do something, but the thing says I have to do it before they roll. So maybe next time. Okay. Are any of these creatures within a place that I can shoot my ice knife without harming my friends?
They're both on top of Red
And that's a no.
Tilvius.
Okay.
You could try if you want to make an intelligence check to see if you can angle it properly.
Fuck you, dude. Okay. Here's an interesting question. the gash or gap that they've put into said monster. Okay, first question: how big is this entity? Is it like five? It takes in a 5-foot square, takes
Medium
a
or
10-foot
large?
square, medium or large? Like, what is it?
So they are large. So
Okay.
they're pretty big.
Okay. Hear me out. This might be a little too skilled for Rasati, but this is what he's thinking. I see the gash in the creature, and I want to shoot my ice knife so that it enters the creature and then explodes somewhere deep within so that it doesn't hurt my friends. Intelligence check, you say?
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
But yeah,
Are you
they're about
ready?
9 feet tall. If you
Cool.
were curious.
Let's see what we can do with this. I'll be goddamn. I'm rolling that dice for the rest of the fucking campaign. Natural 20 for a 24.
Okay, and what do you want to do?
I want to put the ice knife into the creature through the gap that they've created.
Okay, what's the range on Ice Knife's explosion?
5 feet.
Okay. And you're talking about the one that's in combat with Tilvius right now that has like this huge gap where he just cut through.
That
with
would
an
be the
arrow
one.
and-
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So as Tilvius goes to jab with the other his other short sword, and this creature kind of takes a step back quickly with its one good foot, it does appear just a few feet back from Tilvius, and you think from where you are right now and how often you've blown up other people with ice knife, that looks
fair.
like the perfect distance. So go ahead and roll the attack and damage.
Okay.
Or do you want to do a thing before you roll?
Do I want? Oh, yeah. I'd like to do a thing.
Let me ask you.
I thank you for prompting me, DM. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
You'll
I would
remember
like to
you have
use.
important.
I would
these
like
dice.
to use that one particular dice that I sent to you a while ago.
Yeah, you totally can do that.
Okay, that I rolled a 2 and a natural 20 on my portent for tonight, so
Yeah,
I will
so
be
you're gonna
using
use-
my natural 20.
Uh-huh.
So that's going to be 10 plus a d10.
So remember to double the dice on both hits.
Oh, I didn't do that the last time. So, 10. All right, so that's 20 damage on the first part.
Okay.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
How about a 6?
Nope. Do I double these dice too?
Just the dice, not the modifier.
Okay, so there's no modifier on this one, so. Ooh, that's 12 more cold damage.
Okay. Tilvius, as you're sitting here and you kind of reach out with the other blade and you watch as it jumps back and this like wave of sadness hits you that you weren't quite there to drive that other blow home. You watch as it jumps back, and in the middle of its jumping back movement, you watch as something impacts its neck, drives in farther past your arrow and where that gap is that you made with the short sword, and then an explosion happens in front of you as you are covered in green goop as its head explodes.
Damn.
Got one!
Yeah.
That's it. I will move around and closer to Cirrus.
The remainder of its body slumps to the ground, and it is slowly dripping out from its no longer head.
Does anyone know prestidigitation?
That would be really
No.
useful.
Yes.
The
what do
smell
you-
strikes
Later.
you. The smell is not good.
Yeah.
Very much like rotten eggs and decaying meat going on your person at this point. And you
Awful.
feel it. You feel it kind of like sinking into your fur as you're there, and it's not good.
Yeah, that'll be hard to clean.
The other creature, you hear that same clicking as it moves its like beak, and from down the hallway you hear a clicking as it gets closer, and then it's going to make 2 more of those attempted stabbing motions at Red. Oh, shit.
Please attempt.
Watch out,
22.
Red.
22 and an 11.
22 definitely hits. The 11 does not.
That's great. 8 points of damage
I take 8 points of damage. I hear it.
as it reaches out, and once again you manage to evade one as it kind of tears into that same shoulder, and you feel more of your flesh leave. That'll bring us to Tilvius, as you are covered in goop.
Yes, I see that mine is dead, and I will whip around and see Red engaged with this other one. And I will call
You're
out
in
to
love.
Red,
Was fast.
"We got one, Red! You got this!" And I will give Red one bardic inspiration dice to use on her next, whatever she wants. A d6.
I use it to do a backflip.
Do it! And then I will, that's my bonus action, and then as my action, I will take back out my short bow and fire at this creature that is engaged with Red.
Yeah, go for it.
And I will roll a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and so I get sneak attack with that, so that's
Do
9 points of damage plus sneak attack is another 4 points of damage. So 13 points of damage total.
dang. Yeah, as you kind of fire out, as you're watching, you notice that this large gash bleeding out from that. That looks pretty good. You fire the arrow and it sinks into that same wound. Yeah. Anything else for your turn? You can move now.
I think I'm okay where I am because I still can do range stuff from here.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
anyone
you-
comes up the tunnel, I can shoot at them too.
I was going to say you do hear the clicking from this tunnel, and
Yeah.
it does sound relatively close at this point.
I'll I'll call out to the two magic users. They're coming up behind you guys.
I can hear him. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin, distract. And then I will run away from the clicking and fire a Eldritch Blast while Kevin distracts the
Yeah.
one attacking Red.
You watch as Kevin flies over to it, and there's a pause as Kevin flies over. You watch as it gets closer to Red. Kevin kind of pauses in the air
Kevin!
before you hear like this odd twinkling noise as it moves forward and kind of circles around to the right of Red, making as much twinkling noise as it can as the creature kind of like shakes its head just a little bit. So yeah, you can fire your Eldritch Blast with advantage.
With advantage, roll. Natural 20! I ran out of air.
I really like that though.
Yeah,
I
why don't
wanted
you
to
roll
start
your
screaming
damage?
goal.
So what is that? 2d10 plus 3 is a total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Damage.
All right. As you fly. Wait, didn't you get a nat 20?
Yes. I rolled very bad. I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Oh, it's max damage plus roll, so it'd be 13.
Oh!
So yeah, so
yeah,
it would be 10 plus the 3.
Yeah. See, look at that.
Yeah. No, that'd be 18 then.
Okay.
18 total. Sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hang on.
No.
Because you only have
No.
the 1d10, because you're only
10 plus 2 plus 15.
15.
15.
Okay.
There we go. I figured it out.
Forget you're a fucking warlock. You get your modifier.
Yes.
All right.
Fucking warlocks, man.
I need a BRB for like 2 seconds. Entertain yourselves for 2 seconds.
So this one time, Red,
1001, 1000.
Natural 20!
Quality audio.
Where's my ukulele?
This is what we're doing.
And I'm going to roll
Go
that.
through the tulips. Da-na-na-na,
That's
I actually don't
13.
know that one.
How about lemon tree very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet, but the fruit of the poor lemon is impossible to eat. You know that one,
Insufferable.
Chris?
Insufferable. I don't know that one. Don't know that one.
Guys, a bear stole my garbage again.
No, come on. I thought
Not
you
only
had
that-
like
not-
bear traps and things and
Nope. You can't really do that around here. Not only that, they broke a window into our shed because our landmates are storing some garbage in there. And then also they ripped Lisa's brand new bird feeder off of the tree because it had seeds in it.
of course.
And
That's
They're
I
so,
was like,
they're so
aggravating.
hungry.
that first it was the flickers and then it was the ants and now it's the bears. But it was also the bears last year. But they haven't gotten the chickens yet because they know that the chickens will hurt them because of the power of the electric fence.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Anti-bear maneuvers we need.
Bears.
And you could hang your garbage from a tree.
We could. The bears would climb it.
What would you just suspend it from 2 trees in the middle?
Maybe they would climb across.
Bears.
Oompa.
Bears. Loompa doopity doo. You've got another bear riddle. It's terrible. Very terrible. So, how was everybody's day other than the bears?
Very good.
Very good. Get out!
I'm out already.
No.
I'm already out.
I went on a field trip today with my son. That was fun.
All right.
How was
we
the
went
field?
to the field was great. It was full of zoo animals that they got to feed and pet, so that was great.
Were the zoo animals all on roller skates?
They
Were there any
were
bears?
Were
on-
they
were
zoo
on-
animals on wheels?
They were on roller skates and skateboards. It was the best time ever.
Okay, that's
Did you feed any bears garbage from Joff's house?
I sure didn't feed any bears from Joff's house, unfortunately. Didn't get to do that. I did feed a camel today.
Yum.
Got a camel. Yeah. Sure did. 2 camels actually. Super fun.
You fed a camel to a camel?
Nope, didn't do that. Sure didn't. That would be very interesting.
Cannibalism.
I see. I see what you did there. Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow.
There's nothing I wanted more in life than
Wow.
than,
Camel-balism?
than camel.
Did I just hear cannibalism?
You sure did.
When one camel eats another.
I left you alone for like 2
Cannibalism.
minutes.
Cannibalism.
What the fuck happened?
You said entertain ourselves, and we did.
And we
I'm gonna make a note of this. Cannibalism. All right, guys.
Cannibalism.
When I make these kind of jokes with Bobby just looks at me like you're a fucking idiot. But when I hang out with you people,
Here, it's celebrated. It's the best thing ever.
It is kind of beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
how
It's
are we
kinda
going to
great.
one up this one? Camel-balism. Wow.
What does your Eldritch Blast look like right now? Because last time it was very fruity.
it's always like rainbows and sparkles and shit.
Okay, awesome. As this collides with the carapace of this creature, you watch as it's bathed in this like pink and purple light, leaving a searing mark on it. That's going to bring us to Red.
I will
And
do what a fighter do.
The clicking sounds like it's very close at this point.
I will attack this thing. I will hit it with a 19 total.
Yeah.
The damage I do will be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
I choose the slashing type.
Okay.
Excellent choice, monsieur.
I am also going to try to do bonk stick. I miss with the bonk stick.
Okay.
That would be a total of 9.
So just because you're so good with a sword here, you kind of like have just slashed across, and as you bring the blade down, you can take another slash and you go diagonal down from it, kind of looking like the number 7 into its chest here.
But it's still running around.
Yeah, it's still upright.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Rosati.
Feeling like $1,000,000 right now.
Yeah.
I take
You
a
did just make
glance.
a head
Exploded it.
explode.
You just exploded ahead.
I take a glance at this one, looking for the same opening. Do I find?
There is a like gashing wound from its chest, yeah, and now it looks like a 7 instead of just a slash. So Red has
Awesome.
been carving it up.
I will be doing the same. Like, picture Rusati doing it over here, turning and looking and seeing Red do her thing, and then be like, "Oh, I can do that again."
Okay, so you're gonna have to make an intelligence check.
Yeah,
This one has not performed a dodging maneuver.
That's
it's
fine.
pretty much on top of Red.
the decision has been made. That was a good roll. Let me look at my character sheet. That is a 17 plus 4 for 21.
Okay. As you're looking at it, you get the idea that you may be able to kind of glance the ice knife off of like a shoulder or maybe like off the top of its head or something past it, have it explode on the wall and maybe not hit Red. But if you shoot it towards this open wound with the same intention as what you did before, it would 100% hit Red.
I will make the adjustment and fire
Okay. Yeah, roll the damage. Roll the attack at the end.
the attack. All right.
And I need to roll a save, I think.
I would like to use Portent on your save. So that'll be a 2.
Yeah, nice.
So 16 plus 6 for a 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That'll be 8 cold or 8.
Just-
What the fuck kind of damage is?
Just
Yeah,
fucking
cold.
describe
Eat
how,
my spell divination wizard's butt.
fucking
Here we go.
describe how it dies. Just tell
Okay.
me.
Okay. So as Red finishes her flourish, Rusati is turning from his attack, looks, sees it, goes, "Ooh, I can do this again," and then flings it. It glances off of its head, causing the impact damage, which splits it open. The knife hits the wall in the back, and it returns a spike back through its head, off the wall.
As the second spike comes back off the wall, you watch as the head kind of collapses around it, and it all just kind of falls off to the side. Red is covered in viscera and green goo.
Nice. Glad that's over.
I also think this has happened to Red before from
Yes.
from Rosati.
Yeah.
like
100%.
Rosati's exploded things on people before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Red just goes,
It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of a
have
thing.
to learn some magic.
Or you could just talk, Rusati into learning the magic too. Anyways, those two are dead.
The clicking
And we're
from
done,
the-
right? Perfect.
The clicking from the tunnel does sound very close at this point.
Oh, right.
I use the remainder of my movement to move towards Red and turn around and look.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
Does anybody want to do anything before this happens, or do we want to move in the opposite direction?
Are we out of initiative?
Mm-hmm. For now,
Oh.
I would suggest definitely moving on.
I mean, we took 2 of them. We can take. What if it just keeps following us?
We don't know how many there are, Cirrus.
Yeah, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Let's
right.
let's
Okay.
get on
All
out
right.
of here.
Let's
On
go.
out of here.
clicking and clicking and clicking as you rush to the opposite side.
And clicking and clicking and clicking.
You rush to the opposite side of this cavern to the other tunnel. This one is significantly smaller. We've kind of exited enough room to walk like shoulder by shoulder. We're definitely in like single file.
My shoulder, my shoulder.
Yeah. As you kind of are rushing through this, not paying too much attention to where you're going, just kind of trying to stay on track. Eventually, the clicking kind of dissipates. It seems to have stopped back in that big room that you were in, and you hear unholy sounds as beaks are digging into flesh, and it travels through the tunnels to you. But the clicking has stopped. Eventually, as you are heading through this tunnel, you start to see a light from one of the exits.
Let's go there.
Where was the flesh sounds?
Back from where you were.
They're
towards
eating
that
their
area.
fallen comrades.
Oh, I thought it was as we were running down the tunnel.
No,
I'm not being very bright tonight.
it's okay. I'm not either. Being bright is hard.
How it cracks up to be. Go to the light.
I just continue with everybody.
Yeah.
To the light.
As you kind of follow the tunnel to the light, eventually, as you exit out, in front of you, you see a large, wide open cavern. And as you're kind of looking around, you see a massive, gaping chasm leading down into the black pit below that appears to be like a crack in this cavern. This one's significantly larger than the last one you were in. If you had to guess, this is probably the size of like a small village. And that's a pretty apt description as you're looking around and you see multiple kind of ramshackle houses constructed here. And as you're looking around, you see people in this odd cavern with houses. And one of them is kind of walking towards you. It's this older gentleman with a white beard and like a shorter kept white hair, wearing not well-to-do clothes, but kind of like traveling merchant attire.
Hello, friend.
He walks over to you. Hello.
Have you seen any missing people?
I have not seen any missing people.
Oh, okay. I guess we should go elsewhere.
We were just attacked by giant turtle things with hooks for hands.
Here is safe. You can stay here.
I would like to do an insight check.
Yes, I would like to.
I would
well.
like to. Yes.
A lot of Shiro's like NPCs really seem like they're on a heavy sedative.
Yeah. I got a 19 for insight.
I got a 14.
Play with us.
7.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's nothing bad.
Who
here.
had like a
Stay in our goo.
Eat us.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Most of my NPCs aren't like that insane.
No, we just have been running into many.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Okay, what were the rolls?
19.
7.
14.
Okay. As you're kind of looking at it, Rosati, you notice he looks really gaunt, not super nourished, but we're in a cave, right? That's probably normal. Everybody else that rolled, you're looking at this, and the demeanor and mannerisms are not normal. He's very much rigid, standing stock, and just kind of looking straight forward. He's not moving his hands when he talks to you.
Are they pale?
Yeah, very pale.
They're pale, gaunt. Are they like humans?
Yeah,
They're dwarvish?
yeah. The one in front of you looks like an old human man.
Okay.
Is he pretty?
Not
Does
particularly.
he smell nice?
Do they have hair?
He does not.
He has a big beard.
Do you think he likes me?
Not that you can tell.
Not with a 14, you can't tell that.
Yeah.
Are they all golems?
Hard to read.
Are they vampires?
You don't think so?
Wait,
Not
you mean
golems. Golems.
You don't think so?
they're not looking for the One Ring. And
They don't
also-
look that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, "Are you okay, fella?" And I'm going to reach out and put my hand on his shoulder and see if there's any reaction whatsoever.
As you reach out and you put your hand on his shoulder, there is no reaction. He doesn't react to that. He goes, "I'm fine."
This isn't that malady thing that is in the world, is it?
You don't see a whole lot of black goop with skulls and shit in it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, there's no
I
bone
don't-
pudding, as I like to call it.
Malady
Bone
was quite
pudding.
disturbing.
I'm going to look around at... I see other people in this town.
Yeah. There's not like a ton of people. You only count maybe 4 or 5 buildings as you're looking around, and there's a large bridge that kind of spans over that chasm, leading to the other side, and you see some more buildings over there. But looking around, you maybe only see 5 or 6 people.
How are they moving?
It's pretty sluggish. There's not a lot of movement in the upper body. It's like they're dragging their feet around.
Huh.
Oh, I don't have any spells to dispel anything.
How long have you been here?
Maybe 2 months.
Why would you come here?
We're building a trading town.
Trading town. For what?
Who are you?
Trade.
Who are you trading with? Yeah.
The people here and the people there. As he gestures, he kind of like takes his hand and rudimentally goes gesturing up.
Let's say, hypothetically, we would like to trade with you. We're from up, mostly.
What would you like?
Well, what do you have?
He kind of like looks back at the village of nothing, pretty much just empty with stones and some buildings, and he looks around and goes, "We have things."
I'm going to pull up my globes and start like sending them off in diagonal directions up high to see if there's like anything hiding up anywhere that might be controlling these people like puppets.
Yeah, go for it.
I have a thing after that.
Yeah.
Should I roll perception or anything?
Yeah, roll perception.
How about an 18?
So with an 18, as you're looking around, you don't see anything up that's like connecting down to these people. You're kind of looking at them. You don't see anything that like wires or anything that could be physically controlled.
Right. I don't see any creatures hiding around like a stalagmite. Like,
No, none of that. If you'd like, you can stay at our inn.
That's very, very kind of you. Kevin, come here.
Kevin kind of flies over to you from Tobias' shoulder.
I whisper into Kevin's ears, and I do. I am Cirrus, and this is my friend Kevin. Kevin, and Kevin reaches his little hands out to shake hands.
He just kind of stares at you.
Kevin, shake hands, and I push Kevin into his hand, and I need him to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Kevin has an ability called Heart Sight.
Okay.
The sprite touches a creature and magically knows the creature's current emotional state. If the target fails a DC 10 charisma saving throw, the sprite also knows the creature's alignment. Celestial, fiends, and undead automatically fail the saving throw.
Wheels in the DM's head go round and round, round and round.
Okay. So you get their alignment if they fail and their current emotional state.
Yes. And
And does Kevin get this, or is it relayed straight to you?
Kevin gets it, but since I can like go into Kevin's brain, I don't know.
Okay.
Kevin can talk to me. One way or another, he can
So-
tell me.
Yeah, if you're kind of like moving your consciousness over as he's doing it, you'll definitely see the same thing. As you do, for emotional state, you get nothing. You've never had that before. It whatever this is, it's not feeling any emotion.
It's like total static.
For alignment, I'm gonna say neutral. True neutral.
That's on brand, I guess.
It seems very neutral.
Okay.
As he just looks down at Kevin.
Kevin, come back. Go back here. Huddle. And then I turn around and whisper what I just learned to everybody. I know it's not a lot, but
Yeah, that's
As
not
you
too
do-
surprising.
As you all kind of get together, the guy goes, "The inn is there," as he gestures towards a building in the corner of town, and he walks off.
it's like they're entranced.
Yeah, something's controlling these people or enthralling them somehow.
Definitely very weird. I get a very just not a good vibe here.
I don't think those hook hands are smart enough to do this.
But maybe this is where all the people are.
Do we know how many people were actually missing, DM? Like a rough number?
No.
Did we
That-
get a
that was not a-
description of any of the people?
That was not a question that was asked, no.
No.
That's great.
They didn't give you an answer.
And
They,
it wasn't.
they didn't hand
It
you a
wasn't
list.
on the. It wasn't on the paper.
Nope.
Let me see.
Anybody have sending?
Nope,
To be
not
fair,
yet.
None of us are clerics.
What are you doing? What are you doing there, kitty?
I guess let's investigate, but be careful.
Don't eat anything.
Don't
And
eat anything.
I'm looking at you. Serious.
I must quickly use the restroom.
That was a drink.
That is among you.
Can I drink stuff?
I have stuff
Only
you
what you
can
brought
drink.
with.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
No, I was just kidding. Obviously, I know not to drink anything in a place where people are being bewitched.
That's fair. Let's go have a look around, shall we?
Allegedly bewitched.
They
Listen,
look bewitched. They look bewitched.
hashtag bewitched.
As you guys are kind of like making your way around the village, you notice
I'm trying to
people-
wipe myself off as we go.
Yeah, just covered in fucking green goop, you and Red. As you are working your way around town, you notice these people kind of going about like normal routines, moving water from place to place, bringing sacks to larger buildings that look kind of like storehouses. They go in with the sack, they leave without anything. Some of them are performing little tasks here and there. And as you're kind of watching, you start to notice something odd. You see a person carrying 2 water buckets on the end of a stick, but there's nothing in the water buckets. And then they put the empty thing down and go about their day. You watch as somebody's kind of like whittling on a piece of wood at the same spot, not moving, as they keep
Not actually
whittling
whittling.
the same spot. Just odd things like that catch your attention as you're kind of moving around.
And there's nobody within this encampment as we search around that puts off any different demeanor of any kind.
Not really. You catch like different races all over the place. Gnomes, dwarves, humans, tiefling here, what looks like either an elf or a half elf.
Rosati, Tilvius,
Hmm.
are either of you skilled in medicines?
No, sorry. Don't know much
I
about
can
that.
make a medicine check to see if I can figure out if they have an ailment or something to that effect.
Rosati, that trick I pulled earlier,
Yeah.
it's more effective on certain creatures, including undead. And it doesn't tell me if they're undead, but maybe you could figure that out.
DM, can I inquire if they are an undead? If they are in fact undead?
You could roll medicine by looking at them, or you could walk up to one.
I would like to walk up to one.
Sure. As you do, it's this kind of like elven, pointed-eared individual with her hair up in a bun, white hair, and like that same gaunt, sunken, pale face. As she looks at you, and goes, "Yes."
Oh, nothing. And I don't see anything else. I just look her over
Yeah.
intently.
As one does.
As one does. That's correct.
That's how I
Not creepy at all.
yeah, that's how I met my partner.
Totally going back to my way of rolling. That was a 2 for a total of 5.
Definitely not undead. Even with like that roll, as you're looking at them, there's no indication of undead here. But you can't tell their state of health other than looking malnourished, right? Like obviously malnourished. But they live in a cave, right?
Sarah, something is bad wrong with these people, but they are not undead. I can't put my finger on it right now because this is strange, but
Mhm.
This is really weird.
Well, maybe answers lie in the tavern.
Perhaps.
The inn.
Shall we?
I guess.
You guess.
Yes,
I don't
let
really
us-
want to.
Is
I have a
it, is
feeling
it
this
look
isn't
like a
kind
tower
of-
that's going to collapse?
No, the buildings in town look hastily made, but relatively well made. And as you're looking around at the town, you do see a gnome in a corner kind of working on another building, beginning the process of building one, setting out like foundations and whatnot. He looks as if he knows what he's doing. So they're not shoddily made, but they're made rather quickly. Definitely not the best structure you've seen.
Is the gnome just putting the same brick on over and over?
Yes.
As you watch, he kind of places one brick and then he stares at it for a while. And then he takes the same brick and he moves it to the side and he puts another brick in its place. He
Yeah.
stares at it for a while. This was definitely not made in a day.
Unlike Rome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You all head towards this building in the corner of town that the elderly gentleman pointed out to you, and there is a sign out front, kind of hanging above this 2-story building that's wider than the other buildings in town for sure. That's actually a good point. As you're looking around town, there's more people than there are houses here, for sure. You don't know if they all stay in this inn or if one of these is like a shelter with a bunch of like hammocks hanging around in it, but there's definitely more people than houses. But as you come to this building with this sign hanging out front, what catches your eye is that the sign is empty. There is nothing written on it.
I have a feeling that this is the kind of inn where people won't want to hear me play any songs.
What happens if you play a song, though?
I could try it.
I'm going to make a pot of tea as we're sitting at the table.
Oh yeah.
Well, we haven't actually gone inside yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say, before we go inside, I hope this isn't the kind of place you can check in anytime you like, but you can never leave.
We already stayed there. We knocked it down.
That's true.
Well, I mean, maybe it resurrected itself.
Do you have a
Maybe we're being
steely?
haunted.
Well,
You have a steely knife?
Cirrus, it's funny that you say that. Like, you've heard people talk about the hells before, right? And sometimes they talk about the hells as if that's like underground. Some people seem to believe, like, hold that belief. So maybe the building went from the top under when it fell over. Maybe it like
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's entirely possible you could be haunted by a dead hotel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did this town have anyone guarding it?
Yes. So out front, kind of like where you came in, you saw this like dwarf individual with an axe that he was just kind of holding really close to himself, just like this. Makes no, like, not in a battle ready stance, right? Just kind of clutching the axe to himself. And across from him was this strange ant like creature. Had like a normal ant carapace and 4 arms coming off the side, each arm holding a spear, or each pair of arms holding a spear.
Wait. What the fuck is that?
Humanoid ant.
Has anybody ever seen that before? Is that normal? Am I supposed to think that's normal? It says Josh in character. Like, is that a species, a race that is in this?
If you don't know anything about the Underdark, you'd probably have no idea what the fuck it is. If you know something about the Underdark, then it is a race.
I know nothing about the Underdark.
Yeah, then you don't know what
Neither
the
do
fuck
I.
that is. It's just a fucking ant.
No, I would not have known anything.
Nobody in town seems to care about it. I'm sure that means a lot.
We said it has a sword?
It's
Spear?
carrying. It has 4 arms, and in each pair of arms, so to its side, it's carrying 2 spears. So kind of like this.
I will approach it.
Okay. You walk up to it, and it doesn't seem to react to you.
Ahoy
Same as
there,
everybody
friend.
else here.
Are you, who are you? Oh, God.
Oh boy.
I don't know if that's normal for your species. Do you have a name?
He just stares at you with these
Okay, yeah, he's just like all the other ones.
insect eyes.
He's not in charge.
Dude, the 4E picture for these is awful. What the fuck? All right, hold up.
I mean, it was 4E. They didn't have Mid-Journey yet.
Dude, this fucking picture.
That's a pretty good burn on Wizards.
Look at this fucking picture.
That's okay.
That's what they looked like in 4E. That's fucking wild.
What do they look like in 5E?
Fucking wild. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
he's just staring at you with these insectoid beady eyes.
I leave him. I go back.
He turns back ever so slowly towards the tunnel entrance to town.
Is that how many entrances to town are there?
You only see one.
The one we came through?
That's all you see.
Let's head in the tavern, see if there's
Alright.
anything untoward inside.
So as yeah, dude, they're fucking wild looking. Like the farther back you go, the less humanoid they get. I swear.
Yeah.
Looks like a mix between an ant and a
Mantis.
mantis. Thank you. Let's
Yeah.
get that to come out of my brain.
So as you guys head into the tavern, you see tables set up, but the layout doesn't make any sense. Like there's a table towards the front near where this like desk is, that has an individual sitting behind it. And then maybe 15 feet away, there's another table. And then 5 feet from that table, there's another table. They all have different numbers of chairs at them. You see one table has 1 chair. One of them has 5. Not a whole lot of thought put into the layout here. You see a stairwell straight ahead of you leading up to an upper level. And then past the tables, you see a kind of like raised stage there. There is nobody in here. It is dead silent besides the proprietress that is past the table, who kind of looks like a taller red goblin. Less pointed ears and like more succinct humanoid face, but red skin tone and that same kind of like goblin vibe going on in the facial structure.
Maybe even a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Is anyone here normal?
You don't get a response to that.
I just love that one of the rarest races in your world just yelled out, "Is anyone in here normal?"
It's true.
He's normal to himself, so I mean that's kind of
It's always normal for him.
right.
These people make me look adjusted.
So, are you guys walking up to this person?
Sure.
Sure.
As you do, she's kind of like sitting behind a desk. She reaches out and she puts a key and just slides a key towards you, and then crosses her hands and sits in front of you.
Where does this lead?
But to our room, obviously.
She takes a finger and points up.
Okay.
It's an inn, isn't it?
Red goes, I wish there was a way we could just hear what they're thinking or something.
That'd be great, but I'm still level 3.
Yeah.
What about a way to see magic? That would be wild.
I mean, I could do that.
Can you do it as a ritual? Can we take a few minutes?
I can cast it in 10 minutes as a ritual. So I'll sit at the
Yeah, I don't
table
think
and
there's
start
anything-
stewing
Why don't we
my
go to-
tea and
Why don't we go to the bedroom so we can have a little privacy?
I don't think anyone's watching.
It's
then I
hilarious that
can't
you say
see.
that. As you head up the stairs, it's a pretty short flight. The second floor is pretty low, almost like they didn't take a lot of time to build a large building. As you're looking down and you take the key with you, there's no fucking doors. They're just open doorways leading into a cot filled with straw. Just completely open doors.
I see that. I turn around and I go, never mind, there's no privacy here.
I ritual cast detect magic.
Yeah. So you guys give it the 10 minutes as Rosati starts his little ritual to see magic, and as you cast your magic and you look around, you don't see anything. As you look at the proprietress here, you don't see any magic. You take a peek outside at the town, and you don't see any magic.
Do you see any magic?
It's a desert of magic. There is no magic.
You see magic around everybody in your party. but
Like
that's about it.
literal.
I pop out
literal
one of my
zero.
globes and go bloop.
Yes. Very
DM.
magical.
Yeah.
If someone was under the influence of like a charm spell or some sort of spell, would you see magic on them?
Yeah.
You would. Okay.
This is exceptionally odd.
It's not some sort of magical ailment, then it must
No.
be some sort of natural ailment.
Which means
I
we
wonder if
are
they ate some
probably
stuff they weren't
susceptible.
supposed to.
Don't eat anything.
It
They
very
haven't
well
offered
could.
you any food or drink, by the way.
Yeah. So there are people like bringing sacks to a storeroom looking building.
Yeah.
I want to go check that out. See
Sure.
if there's anything actually in the sacks.
So it's from where you were watching, it's kind of across town. You have to cross this big bridge that goes over this massive fuck off chasm. But yeah, you head outside and you cross town. As you go, nobody really pays attention to you. Nobody says anything about what you're doing. You get to the other side and you watch as people kind of take that same sack and they walk inside and they come back out without a sack. It's just an open
Say-
door, or there's a door here.
Say sack again.
Shack.
Sack.
Where's a shack?
It's a sack.
It's a sack.
Sad sack.
Sack.
Guys, I wanted to get in on this
Sack.
sack.
Sack action.
Yeah, just
Saction.
wanted to get in on the ground
Section.
floor of the sack action for.
Can I take the sack action?
Yeah.
For my action, I will sack.
So, what are you doing in front of this building? Are we just walking in?
Is it dark inside?
Yeah. As you
Okay.
kind of like peer through the non-existent glass.
I'll send my globes in and peer in and see what I can see. before
Light
going
it up.
myself.
So as you kind of like push the door open and you peek inside and you send your light through, this house is full of rocks. It just looks like rocks. They look the exact same as the surrounding tunnels that you came through, and it's just a room full of rocks, sacks that look like they're filled with rocks and rocks.
Are we all there, or was it just Tilius?
It's up to you.
I think it's probably more convenient narratively if we're all there.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think they're eating rocks.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Like
Right.
ideas?
It's possible that my long isolation from civilization, well, civilization as much as I used to live in a tree. What if we kill one of them?
I'm gonna say it's probably not a good idea.
But
Let him
Then-
finish.
then Rusati can cut him open and see if there's anything weird.
Like
Well,
an
we don't
autopsy?
necessarily have to kill someone in order to see if there's something weird inside of them.
Okay, I'm listening.
Is there in the vicinity? Is there any like regular looking male of a humanoid species in the vicinity?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
As you're kind of looking around, you see that gnome that was working on the houses. He's not too
Oh,
far
yeah.
from where you are, and he looks on the younger side, like he belongs in construction. Just kind of sitting there staring at a slab of
I bet-
stone.
Gnomes are like excellent plumbers and HVAC people, electricians.
They probably
That's
are.
racist.
No, I mean they got to get into tight places. You know, you can reach.
I'm gonna trot on over to him.
He doesn't pay you any mind.
Yeah,
He's-
I'm
he's
gonna
busy.
carefully reach down and just like lift up one of his arms. Does he react at all?
No, he's busy staring at the stone.
Okay. I'll roll up his sleeve
Okay.
and I'll call
Dope.
over my shoulder. I have no idea if anything's gonna happen, and I'll take out my dagger and just do a little cut along his forearm, just whoop, just
So-
like 2 inches, and see
Yes.
what bleeds.
As you take the dagger and you cut across, you watch as the normal red blood emerges from the wound. As you hear a sharp intake of breath, as he looks over at you and kind of like lightly pulls back his arm. You would expect like a yank, but instead he just kind of lightly pulls it back, and then he covers his arm with his hand, and he just looks at you.
What do you think, Rusati? Looks like regular blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like regular blood.
Looks pretty normal to me.
I take a match to the dagger, to the blood on the dagger.
Nice.
Does it
It
does it
sets
jump?
ablaze.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't jump.
It's not
away
the
or anything.
thing. Dude,
Sometimes it's the thing. Sometimes it is the thing.
that would have been great.
One of these days. Keep trying. One of these days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm out of ideas. Unless you want to kill him, which no, I know it's kind of
I don't
illegal.
think Yeah, I don't think we'll get any more information from killing them than we do from bleeding them.
I doubt it.
Well, I don't want to stay here. I presume these are the people we're looking for?
I mean, I don't rightly know.
They said they've been here for a couple of months, but who knows how accurate that their sense of time is when they're like this.
Yeah.
Your goal is to figure out what the fuck's going on. That's your goal.
Well, I gave up on that. I guess just a general sweep of the area, looking for anything.
Yeah. You guys spend your day kind of watching and observing what these people are doing. It looks like as you're kind of like following the people, they're mining through stone, trying to make tunnels out of the village in odd spots. None of them have really taken off much, but they look like they're trying to mine tunnels. You haven't seen anybody sleep or eat since you've been here. And nobody else has shown up in the village.
Are
But
there any corpses anywhere?
nope, no corpses. Other than that, you don't really see too much of interest as you're going around. Roll perception if you'd like.
I would like.
What is red? What does red do?
It's a natural 20 for perception, by the way.
Nice.
Nice.
Only 10.
I got 19.
23.
Nice.
Red is really confused. Nobody appears to be doing anything here, but they appear to be living here. But it's such a strange sight. It's so far out of her element that she's just kind of, she's listening out for like anything that's actually happening, but nothing seems to be happening. So any little thing is like a pin drop.
Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled a 23, but Dragon's got a natural 20.
Okay. So, as you guys are taking this time to look around town, we're getting pretty late at this point, and none of them are showing any signs of stopping. You guys are kind of watching. Rosati, what you do notice is nobody really goes near the chasm, and they don't cross the bridge. People seem to stick to whatever side of the town they are on, and they don't cross the bridge.
There's a bridge.
There's a bridge.
I missed
Yeah.
the bridge.
There's
a
big old
bridge with
chasm.
Okay.
Big old chasm in the middle. You had to cross the bridge to get to the storehouse. The inn is on one side and the storehouse is on the other, like opposite ends of this little underground village thing.
And it's like an endless dark pit, right?
Yeah, from what you can see.
Do I see anybody pooping?
You don't. You don't see anybody defecating.
Nobody
or-
eating, nobody sleeping, nobody pooping.
No.
It's not that kind of town.
And
It's the second town we've been to where pooping isn't a problem.
Red, you as you're kind of like sitting there listening, you are used to people working, their breath changes, right? The rate of how they're breathing changes, their system reacts to what they're doing. These don't. They're monotone.
Like even the people literally carrying bags of rocks are
Yeah.
not exerting any effort.
Yeah, just monotone.
They have alien symbiotes inside them.
Eventually,
Does
as-
Rusadi say that anything about the no one going near the chasm or the bridge?
Oh yeah, I would definitely be like,
Okay.
that just seems. Have you seen anybody like cross the chasm, the bridge? Like they seem to be doing things, but nobody seems to be like going near.
So, as the night progresses here, all of the people disappear into the various buildings, including the storehouse, with the exception of the inn. None of the people head towards the inn. They all disappear into different houses of the 5 in this little village and shut the doors. And it is quiet, save for the 2 individuals that are still standing guard by the entrance. And now
I want to go. Oh,
it
go
is
ahead, sir.
silent. No, that's it. Just silent.
Tilvius.
Yeah.
What do you say we go over to the bridge and send your dancing lights down into the chasm a little ways?
I say I was thinking that exact same thing. Shall we?
Let's have a drink of tea and head over that way, shall we? And I'll hand him a cup and we'll just walk through the town over to the bridge.
Yeah. You guys walk over to the bridge and you extend your light down.
They can go 120 feet.
Okay, 120 feet.
So I'm going to string them so 4 lights evenly spaced so that the bottom was 120 feet down.
Gotcha. As you do, and the light kind of extends out, you think you see a floor at the bottom, but it's shrouded. It's pretty far at this point, but at the edge of the light that you're getting. But you don't see anything terribly odd as you're kind of like looking down at the lights. Nothing particularly catches your interest. The floor might be a different color than the like stone up here, but that could just have to do with the depth or whatnot. You don't have too clear of a picture from where you are.
And you said it's dead silent.
It is dead silent.
I pick up a rock and chuck it in the dark side.
Full of a tuck.
The fucking Balrog comes out.
Right?
Tree Balrog.
Not another.
No, this is a cave Balrog. Come on now.
We got a cave Balrog. We got a tree Balrog.
It's all the Balrogs.
We have
You
Jake.
hear
Balrog.
it impact the ground, and you hear it hit the floor and then hit the floor again and then nothing.
Who wants to
Rasadi,
go down there?
You can cast light, right?
Sure can.
Cast light on one of those rocks and then toss it down.
Bet.
So where exactly
Okay.
are you chucking it?
We'll do this a couple times. I'm going to throw it off this side of the bridge. I'm going to throw it off that side of the bridge.
Okay. So as you were kind of taking these and chucking them down towards the lower level here, as it gets to the bottom and you're kind of looking at the light as it looks over, it appears to be a grayish color in coloration down there on the stone, but otherwise it doesn't seem that crazy. It's maybe 150 to 200 feet. You can't judge it too well, but somewhere in between that down there. But the color of the coloration of the stone looks different, but otherwise it's nothing of interest.
I ask again. Does anybody want to go down there? I can give you an hour.
I mean, we're already here. Why not?
I'm really bad at climbing. Don't worry, everyone.
I can give one person spider climb for an hour.
Well, it depends on what we want to find out that's down there.
The chasm, it extends
It does
in
extend
both directions.
as long as the village.
What if I walk down a couple 100 yards and chuck another rock in?
100 yards, you see the same kind of thing. Not too much going on.
And then the other direction, the same thing?
What about above us?
You're maybe like halfway across the village as you're chucking these stones in either direction. You don't see anything. As you're looking up, this area appears to be domed up, so it kind of curves up into a point at the very top. But otherwise, it doesn't look odd. It's the same color as the tunnel that you came here in. It's not that like lower coloration you saw. We are at the point where it is getting late, by the way.
Well, I say we should take a rest.
And then go into the chasm. Or
Yeah, I'm not sure what else.
I think we should definitely, when we do rest, we should definitely keep watch. This is so weird.
I think we should go into the inn. I didn't see anybody else going in there.
There's just the innkeeper with the key.
The key to no door.
sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean, it's not too late to kill them all.
You guys head over to the inn, and as you open the door and walk inside, that innkeeper lady is nowhere to be seen. She is gone. The inn is empty, but
Place to ourselves.
the rooms upstairs are straw cots, at best.
Is there a way to blockade the front door?
You could use the tables
probably
and
upturn
chairs.
some tables, and
Yeah, might be
Yeah.
worth it to do that.
We do that.
Okay.
We'll make some New York logs.
Whoever's in charge, make an intelligence check. See how good this barricade is, out of curiosity.
I'll give someone
ain't
the help
that smart.
action.
Sylvia should be in charge because Sylvia's a big, strong horseman.
He
but I
is
ain't that
Daddy.
smart.
Daddy.
And I'm not smart.
I am of average intelligence.
You guys barricade and blockade, setting up the chairs and tables in front of the front door.
Oh yeah, are there any other doors in?
So
she's
you
not
didn't-
there.
You didn't fully case the joint. It does look like there's offshoots into the other rooms, but you don't see any doors from where you are.
Well, if nobody's here, let's case the joint before we go to sleep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely take a peek around.
Make investigation checks.
I'm not good at it. Nevertheless, I shall attempt it.
A whopping 2.
Dirty 20.
Oh, I rolled
16.
a 16. Oh, jinx.
Oh shit! So as you guys are looking around, you do find another door in the back that leads out behind, kind of overlooking the cliffside here, or the chasm below.
I can't wait for my cliffside chasm view.
You kind of like blockade that as well. You see some like smaller gaps in the wood here, but they don't look big enough for anybody to get through.
Of the door?
No, just like in the wood, where it's kind of just raised
in the
up,
walls.
not
Are there any other buildings that's close to the chasm?
Yeah, the storehouse was relatively close. There's a building in the southeast corner that's right on the edge. Yeah.
I can't help but think that something's gonna come out of that chasm and turn us into one of those
Well, that's why we should all keep
sad
watch.
people.
Sleep at close proximity. Each one of us takes a watch.
And I don't know if Kevin needs to sleep, but maybe he could just also stay up.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you think? Actually don't know. No rules about that. I don't think it says.
We're gonna say Kevin needs to sleep at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, what do we want to do as we go to bed for the night?
Anything,
think about our choices.
anything out of the ordinary?
I'm gonna go to the front door.
That's
Well, not the
barricaded?
front door because we barricaded that.
We barricaded both doors.
Correct.
All right. Is there a window into our room?
Nope.
All right.
Town is
I'm going.
distinctly lacking windows. There are gaps in the walls that you could go
I'm-
get down on your hands and knees and look through.
I'm going to manifest my tea set,
Sure.
or a tea set, I suppose,
Excuse me.
and I'm going to smash the teacups right outside our door that we're going to sleep inside of. That way, if anything walks across it, we'll hear the porcelain breaking.
Okay.
I don't have alarm, so
Yeah.
Good enough.
That's good enough.
Give me the watch order. If we're doing a watch order.
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
I shall go third.
So I guess Kevin and I will go fourth.
Okay. So, as we descend into the night and you guys have gotten to this creepy little town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere underground, with the creepy gaunt figures everywhere, you descend into sleep. And you can have a long rest here. As you are all keeping watch, we'll go in order. Rosati, why don't you roll a perception check and tell me how you're keeping watch? Like, where are you looking?
Okay, my perception was a 17 total.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to sit crisscross applesauce just inside our doorway and just peer out into the foyer and just listen and watch.
Okay. It is deathly silent. You don't see anything. As you look back behind you, all of your companions are sleeping peacefully, and it is quiet. The most
also-
noise being made is the rise and fall of their chests.
At some point throughout the night and during my watch, I'll probably ritual cast Detect Magic again and just take another look around.
You don't see anything outside of your companion's wares.
Okay.
Eventually, Tilvius Rosati wakes you for your
Yep.
watch. How do you take your watch and roll me perception? Or whatever
I'm
you
gonna
would
head
like
out.
to roll that works.
I'm going to head out into the hallway at the top of the stairs and settle on my haunches there. I roll 17 for perception.
In the hallway?
Yeah.
As you're kind of taking in this area, you notice a lot of the imperfections in the woodwork and like the craftsmanship here. There's not a lot to pay attention to in the hallway. You're straining your ears. You don't hear anything. It's unnaturally quiet.
Eventually, when I get bored enough, I'll just start picking my locks.
Yeah. That probably makes the most noise. Red, as you are sleeping, it has been deathly quiet up to this point, and the change in sound as you hear Tilvius in the hallway picking locks wakes you
Yeah.
for your watch.
Yeah, that's how I wake up red for a watch.
So you walk out, and Tilvius is there.
Okay. You said that from downstairs also you can see through gaps in
Yeah.
to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, convinced that nothing's upstairs because, I got my rest upstairs. Red's gonna go downstairs, and when she is confident that her compatriots are asleep, she's gonna do the thing.
Uh-huh.
And put it outside.
I'm sorry, what?
She's gonna do the thing
Okay.
and look, well, not look, but perceive through the cracks and put it outside
Oh,
and
okay.
walk it outside.
Okay. So, as you are taking in the area around you, you don't have to roll perception for this. As you're looking around, it is deathly quiet. Red doesn't hear anything. But as you're looking around, you see all of the humanoid figures in town slowly shambling towards the inn, all of them equipped with some type of weaponry. You see some of them carrying clubs, some of them carrying spears, as they slowly shamble towards it.
All right. She.
I told you we should kill them all.
She books it upstairs, and immediately wakes everybody up. And she goes,
Is it brain slugs? I knew it was brain slugs.
I don't know about brain slugs, but I do know that I can hear everyone moving. And I mean everyone moving towards us.
Joff, does the thing share your perception?
I'm going to leave that to you because as of right now, I don't think I can share its perception. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Also, I'm too far away now.
Yeah, never mind. Continue.
Okay. Unless, well, I mean, I know this act's a little bit different, so you can have whatever license you want.
Yeah, I'll say continue for now.
Okay.
Prepare for battle.
Tilvius is going to run up to some sort of gap in the wall and peer down, see what he can see.
You watch as an army of maybe 15 of these individuals are sluggishly moving their way towards the inn, and you see a wide array of different weapons.
Are they all coming from one direction? Like, could we get out the back? Or
The back is a sheer face over a chasm. So
so maybe... the back door opens into the chasm?
Yeah, there's kind of like a little landing that you can get to, and maybe you could inch your way around the side to get around the building, but you are risking...
too much of a hoss for that.
Yeah. It is worth noting as you're looking at these people kind of coming towards you, most of them are dragging their weapons behind them. You're looking at one of them that has this odd claymore that's just kind of scraping it along the ground. What you find odd about that is it doesn't make any noise.
But we can hear each other talk.
Yeah, we can hear each other talk?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, everybody. We got to decide. Are we going to fight or are we going to run?
Well, if we run through the mob.
No. We can run out the back down the chasm. We got ropes. I can cast spider climb on Tilvius. Tilvius can just clop.
That's the only way I'm getting down there realistically.
Clop the side of the wall. The rest of us can rope it.
I don't have any rope.
I have some.
We all
but
have
only
ropes.
50 feet.
At
Everyone,
this point,
we tie them together.
At this point, you hear somebody trying to open the door, and you hear that same noise from the innkeeper from before. Hello?
Just a second.
Wait, is she outside or is she downstairs?
She sounds like she's outside from the door, the front door. As the door keeps rattling, trying to open.
Okay, I don't feel like these people would be too hard to fight, but I honestly don't know. There's a lot of them. Should we try to run?
There's no guarantee that we'll be able to get back up if they cut our ropes.
At this point, you hear a thunk from the door as you hear metal impacting it.
Occupied!
And then another thunk. And then next to it, on the walls downstairs, you hear thudding as something is impacting the wall of the structure.
Is there a hole large enough for me to, like, cast a spell out of?
Make a perception check. Why not? Or investigation, whichever you want to do.
They're both awful. Oh, that's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, all right, well, if we're not gonna make any decisions, I cast Eldritch Blast just out that hole. If I can see
There's
a person,
a
I
shit
will.
ton of people. You can definitely hit one.
Well, that's only an 11
That'll hit.
for a grand total of 5 points of damage.
Hold up.
The person explodes and the viscera ends up on red.
So
again.
as you kind of reach out and you shoot this beam down, it impacts this individual and it passes straight through their head as their entire body falls away to the ground, and you hear a snapping sound.
Like bone snapping?
No, like a wire snapping. Like a taut piece of thread just snapped.
Bing!
I didn't
The
think that was...
individual that you just shot with that beam has collapsed into some type of red goop.
That guy just turned into pudding.
Bone pudding?
Red pudding. Red.
Okay,
turned
not
into-
bone pudding then.
These are definitely not people.
Try it again.
At this point, the slamming on the walls has... The building is starting to shake a little bit.
Okay.
How many people are just like right on the other side of that wall?
As you kind of like are looking through this hole that you just shot through, there's probably like 14 people getting ready to either run inside or slap the building with something.
Red runs downstairs. Okay, actually. Oh, you want to go? I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're
Sorry, I'm trying to keep you from hearing loud shit. How close together would you say this group of people is? Like shoulder to shoulder, banging on the doors and things?
They're probably a little bit beyond that. I'd say they're probably like a single wingspan apart on all of them. So in a
10-foot sphere, how many could I hit?
You'd probably hit like 5 of them, maybe 6 of them.
And the building.
And the building.
Yeah. Yeah.
While you think about that, what you're gonna do, using the same 10-foot cube. Well, not a sphere, 10-foot cube. I'm going to use Fey Presence. So any of them within that 10-foot cube on the other side of the wall have to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Do they have to be
Or
able to see you?
Doesn't say that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay, what's the effect?
They become charmed or frightened. Let's say frightened.
Okay. As you cast your spell and you watch as this kind of like dust and glitter descends on all of them, there's no reaction.
Okay.
Shatter.
How easy? Oh God, how easy is it to see? Just really quick, how easy is it to see?
There's a lot of holes in the wall. I'll say that.
No, I mean like,
it's...
is it light out?
Oh no, it's dark.
It's dark.
The only light we've got going on is from Tilvius and Rosati.
Oh, okay, excellent. Red runs downstairs. Okay, go ahead.
I cast Shatter in a 10-foot sphere around as many of them as I can possibly get.
It's gonna take the building out.
It shouldn't.
Okay, roll damage. Actually, I don't even know why the fuck I'm rolling. They still take half. It's gonna be enough.
Right?
Unless Tony rolls all ones.
No, definitely not all ones.
I don't think it would matter.
13 damage.
Yeah, so as you cast this down there on this group around them, you watch as they all kind of dissolve and it crushes and makes this indentation in the ground as the earth forms around this sphere, and it cuts that sphere into the ground. What's left after that is a puddle of red ooze, and you hear this symphony of snapping as that happens. What also happens during this is the crushing of wood as the side of the inn towards you disappears and is encapsulated in this like sphere of destruction, concussive force that happens as the wall ceases to exist and the remainder of the 8 people rush inside.
And Red is there.
Red is there.
And I will go down the stairs as well.
Yeah.
Are we not in initiative?
Not yet. I'm gonna let Red do whatever Red was. Gonna do.
Are they attacking me?
Yeah, they're rushing towards you. They all
Okay.
have some type of weapon ready.
How fast are they moving?
They look about normal speed for people, but
Like
it's kind of
World War Z
deceptive.
zombies or
Yeah, it's kind of
regular
deceptive,
zombies?
right? Because they're kind of shambling towards, but they appear to be going about as fast as an average individual would.
Okay. And Tilvius is down there with me.
Elvis is behind you on the stairs, basically.
All right, then. Shoot. Okay, she just gets ready to fight.
Okay. We can roll initiative here then. Yeah, it'll be quick.
Damn it.
Mine, I'm at 20.
15.
That's a 5.
Oh, I got a 6.
Okay. Red, what are you doing?
I'm gonna smack.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I saunter. Can I saunter?
Yeah.
Saunter on.
I attack the closest one to me. And I roll a 16.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll damage?
Can you roll less than a 4?
No.
I cannot.
You don't have to roll damage.
Okay, but I am going to attack with the
Boop sword.
with the bomb.
Boop stick.
DM, did we actually complete a long rest? Okay.
And the bonk.
You won't get another one.
The bonk is 19,
Yeah.
and that one is come on 4. It is a 4. The bonk is a 4.
Yeah. So as you strike out to hit these creatures, and you slash through, it feels as if you are cutting through flesh and bone. You feel that same impact as you slide through. But as your blade appears on the other end, as you cut clean through this creature, it dissipates into that same ooze as it falls to the floor. This isn't
I
the
just didn't cut
same
deep enough.
viscosity as like blood or like the ichor from those creatures before. It is like a gelatin almost.
Is it like when we fought the malady?
Kind of. It's similar.
Gosh. And we know there's no magic at work.
You know there's no magic at work.
This is fucked up.
I tried to tell you.
That's my turn.
Okay. Tilvius.
I will rush up next to Red and take a swing at whoever's near me with one of my short swords.
Sure. They're all kind of like barreling towards you.
And I roll a 15.
Yeah.
The minimum amount of damage I can do is 4,
Yeah.
but I do 6 damage.
Yeah.
Bonus action, second short sword against a different person. And I roll a 12. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I do this time 4 points of damage.
Awesome. Same thing. You kind of like jab forward, like double spearheaded,
Yep.
double prong attack over here. And the same
Double
sensation as you feel as if you are stabbing a living, breathing human being. And then there's nothing as the weight collapses over your swords as they fall to this like nasty ooze.
We probably shouldn't touch that.
The remaining 4 individuals, one of which is that ant creature, one of which
The
is
Thrakri.
that dwarf creature, who's still holding that axe way too close. They both run over, and 2 of them are going to take a swing at Tilvius, and 2 of them are going to take a swing at Red. Okay. The first attack on Tilvius is a 7, and the second attack on Tilvius is a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
So you are going to take 4 points of slashing damage as that dwarf kind of like just takes the axe and swings ever so close to his body.
Okay.
Red, the first attack is going to be a 19 to hit, and the second attack is going to be a 15 to hit.
Both hit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, because you used your stick.
Oh, shit. You are going to take 10 points of damage total as the Thrycreen kind of comes up to you and jabs you with both spears.
I ask him politely not to.
He does not.
Could you not?
He does not listen to what you say. We will go to Cirrus.
I will attack an Eldritch Blast with an Eldritch Blast. That's what I meant to say.
Sure.
That's a 24.
Yeah.
That's going to be 12 points of damage.
Yeah. Same thing. It impacts it and it just splatters red goop behind it. And you.
This is
on
surprisingly easy.
On every one of these kills, you hear that same snapping noise.
Like when a guitar string breaks.
Yeah. Ruzati. There are 3 of these things remaining. You might be muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Fuck.
That's what I get for trying to save y'all. Anyways, I'm going to leapfrog off the top of the stairs down to the landing where they are. And I'm going to take my quarterstaff and Donatello this shit.
An acrobatics check for me.
Oh, absolutely. I'm here for it. Hey, it's not a natural 1. Go figure. That is a 15 on the die for a 15.
Okay. It's not the most graceful thing in the world, but it's also it doesn't look like you're not coordinated. So you do manage to leapfrog your way over.
Two-handed over my head as I come crashing down onto one of these people.
Yeah.
Quarterstaff.
Yeah, roll an attack.
All right, here we go. Well, as I said before, it wasn't a natural 1, but that was a natural 1 for a 4.
So as you kind of jump over this railing and leap over to the side, your intention is to bring the gnarled like head of your staff down on this guy's head. You overshoot a little bit because you're kind of like holding the staff, getting ready to hit it. You're looking at where you're going to hit. You're thinking about where you're going to jump, and then you jump over, and you cleared this guy by like 5 feet. This staff is not that long. Fuck.
Whack, I hit the dirt. And I turn around.
Probably hit a table, honestly.
Yeah.
hit a table, roll, it flips, I hit the ground on the other side, and stand back up like, did anybody see that? And then I'll ready myself for my next turn.
We'll go to red.
Red will fight the 3 green. I attack.
Yeah.
That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
I cannot do less than 4.
Yeah.
And then is anybody else left standing?
Yeah, there's 2 individuals
Two
left.
more.
There's a dwarf and that old man. The old man is kind of hanging out by the door, just holding a walking stick.
Okay, I will bonk the closest. 17.
Yeah.
And my damage. Come on. I got another 4.
Yeah. So the only one left is the old man at the door.
Look at my cute little pyramid that told me it was a 4.
It's beautiful. So yeah, we'll go to Tilvius. There's one left standing at the door. He hasn't attacked anyone, and he's just standing there with a walking stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my short swords away and take out my bow and knock at him, but I'm not gonna attack unless he advances. So I'm holding my action for if he comes to
Okay.
attack us.
I'm going to leave initiative unless somebody would like to attack.
I embarrassed myself. I'm good.
You watch as instead of moving towards you, he turns around and walks away.
No. That's not how we play this game.
Yeah. So you kind of like look out the doorway, and as you watch, he's just walking straight.
Should we follow him?
Yep.
At least to stop him.
Walks. And he walks until he gets to the chasm, and he doesn't stop as he barrels over the side.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end.
Huh.
Well,
Sometimes I think I shouldn't have left the Feywild.
things may make more sense there.
They just might.
Yeah.
They just might.
We're doing possession without magic or anything.
Brain slugs?
Nope, it's not
Brain
brain
slugs.
slugs. It's not
It's brain slugs. It's brain slugs.
5 points if anybody can DM me and guess what it is. 5 points to Gryffindor. But
Oh
that's
shit!
that's gonna be
Oh
it.
no! Wait a minute. That would be magic. Never mind.
for tonight. We'll go around and do outros. And yeah. Hi, Tony.
Hi. My name is Tony. I play Rusati Tea Leaf here on Unveiled. I'm a wizard of some kind, and I'm a half orc. And this was a lot of fun tonight. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, I am Chris. And I play a centaur named Tilvius. And he is in this game. And he says stuff to people.
It's true. He does do that. I think you talked Cirrus out of murdering a village. And then you murdered the village anyway.
Well, they attacked us.
That's true. Hi, Joff.
It takes a village to murder it. Wait. Hi. Okay. There weren't any pineapples harmed in this show, but there certainly were villagers that
Not
popped
yet.
like guitar strings.
Joff, put this pineapple on your head.
I did, and I just realized what you were referencing. And just because of that, I'd like to say good night and enjoy this beautiful charcuterie board that we've made for you. Thanks for coming along. I play red, and I'm a bald man. Enjoy your time. Over to you, Andy.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh, and today a bee came into my house.
There's a big bee over there.
And it was It's pretty scary.
That looked rough, buddy.
And now I'm worried that their bees might be in the walls. I've had that happen twice. And every time it's scary, especially when you can hear the buzzing in the walls. And then they find their way out through the electrical sockets into the house. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah. I have been Dakota Orshira. This has been Unveiled. We'll be back next week to wrap this up. And yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I hope life is great and everything works out. And yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.